Yes, this is CMA M. Venkateshwarlu, BSc, MCom, FCMA. My YouTube channel is Venkat Manikyala. The main purpose of starting of this YouTube channel is to teach learners to professionals in a commerce in a simple language. So I all of you request like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Venture accounts, introduction and its features and the differences with the different businesses, and thereafter general entries will discuss and we do one problem, right? So the main features of joint venture are temporary. Its arrangements is a temporary and it's not a permanent, it won't remains permanent, and the people also more than two people must be there, and number is a minimum two and the maximum no limit, right? And it doesn't have any name. So without name, joint venture continues. And also it is not required to register with anyone. These are the main features of the joint venture, right? So as well as when we compare with the other businesses like partnership, joint venture is also looks like partnership, but there are certain differences. The main difference is a name. Joint venture won't have any name, but whereas partnership should have its name, right? And the partners are called in joint venture, they are called as co-venturers, and in the partnership they are called partners, right? So as far as the numbers are concerned, here also no limit, as well as partnership also no difference, right? There also no limit as far as the numbers are concerned. And main objective of the joint venture is it's a temporary nature. Let us say they wanted to construct one building or one road, laying of road and construction of some a ship kind of things, right? Those kind of things temporarily they come together and they do that activity and they close it. But partnership is not like that. Its intention is to continue forever, right? So that's the reason to the joint venture going concern concept won't applicable, but whereas the for partnership it applicable, right? So and one more thing is a registration kind of thing. So joint venture won't have any registration because it won't be an act. It won't be under any act. Whereas partnership is to be, it can be registered or cannot be registered. No, I mean may not be registered. It's an optional. But whereas for joint venture there is no option at all. But the Partnership Act is under control of Partnership Act 1932, right? Like that, there is no act specifically for this, right? And as far as the books are concerned, separate set of books or separate books are not required to maintain joint venture. It's not compulsory. They can, but whereas in partnership, compulsory they should maintain separate set of books, right? These are all the some of the differences and dissolution kind of thing. When it's want to close, when that objective, temporary objective is completed, automatically it deems to be dissolved, right? But whereas partnership is not so. So to close the partnership, it requires intentionally all those partners are supposed to come together and discuss, and it has to be closed intentionally, right? Automatically it won't close, right? As well as the liability is concerned, the same thing. A joint venture is also partners are personally liable, and also partnership is also personally liable, right? And any more things? So these are all the some of the important differences, right? When it compared to joint venture, when we compare with the consignment, so very few differences are there. Actually, joint ventures in joint venture, all the partners are co-venturers, but whereas in the consignment they are not at all partners. The main relationship in consignment is an owner and agent, right? So that's the reason this is not directly related to joint venture, right? So when law means when it compared to law, some extent Partnership Act can be applicable to the joint venture, when those rules can be applied in joint venture. But whereas in consignment, law of agency is applicable, right? And when we compare to profit and losses, nothing is mentioned in the joint venture partnership. Without any mentioning any profit sharing ratio, automatically it comes to an equal profit sharing ratio. But when it comes to consignment, there is no matter to distribution of profit at all, because owner is different, he is only an agent, right? So because agent, there is no sharing of profit at all, only gets certain commission, right? These are all the comparisons or differences we can say with other kind of business activities. So these are the main differences, right? And also we have discussed features. Now we'll discuss about the general entries, right? So we have before going to general entries, we have three methods, right? In joint venture, accounts can be done in three methods. When the first method is in first and second method, there are major two methods. Under that again we have three methods are there that we'll discuss. When separate set of books, when no separate set of books, this is one method we can say. Under second method, we have two sub methods, A and B, right? That means there is a separate set of books for that joint venture. Here no separate set of books, but in their own books they write the transactions. So the first one is all co-venturers. Here we are calling not partners, all co-venturers. All co-venturers records, all records done by all co-venturers. That means each and every transaction they record individually. All co-venturers records all transactions. And in the second one, in the B part, only records to their transactions only. That means in this case, in the second scenario, in the B scenario, co-venturers only records their own transactions. The other co-venture transactions they won't record. When the separate set of books, all the transactions are recorded. When no separate set of books also, but in the A case, all records done by all co-venturers will be recorded in their own books. There are majorly two methods in joint venture. That is when separate set of books are there, and then when there is no separate set of books. When there is no separate set of books, we have again two methods in that. Sub methods are there. One is all records done by all co-venturers. That means each and every transaction done by all co-venturers will be recorded in their own books. But in the second case, that is in the B case, only records to their transactions only they record. That means each co-venturer records their own transactions. Other transactions they won't write. I mean, other transactions done by other co-venturers they won't record. In that way, we can say there are three methods. One is when there are no separate set of books, when all records are done by all co-venturers, and no separate set of books, and only records in their to their transactions only. So in that way, there are three methods. Well, one by one, we'll discuss the general entries and also problems for each and every method. Let us discuss about the. Let us write the general entries for the when there is separate set of books. For this, we write the general entries, and we do one problem. Thereafter, we go for different remaining two methods, right? So now let journal entries at the time of uh, when there are separate set of books. These are the main general business transactions. For that, we write the journal entries now. When the contribution by the co-venturers, the contribution can be in terms of money or in terms of goods or in terms of assets, right? Any kind of thing they may get into the business, right? So let us say they contributed, let us say cash they contributed, then the general entry would be an joint bank account debtor, right, to co-venturers account. Whoever gets contributed, that person name we have to write, we have to credit him. Let us suppose they brought the goods or assets. So as we said, there is no difference between goods and assets in the joint venture because it is not following the concept of going concern, right? So that means even asset or purchases both are same to the joint venture. So if at all cash or bank balance, then it would be a bank account data. If he gets goods or assets, then joint venture account. Let us say some of the cash, some of the goods, then joint venture account, joint bank account data to the extent of cash, joint venture account to the extent of goods, and to the co-venturers account, right? Then when goods are purchased for joint venture, let us say we are purchasing, that is, joint venture is purchasing from out of their own bank balance. Then on cash, if at all on cash basis they purchase, then the joint venture account debtor to joint bank account. From bank balance they'll give, right? Remember, all the expenses are to be debited with the joint venture account, or incomes are to be created with joint venture account. Remaining all other accounts comes into in this, right? If at all on credit basis, then joint venture account, that means expenses we are accounting for. Joint venture account debtor to, because on cash basis, it's not on cash basis, credit basis, right? To creditors account. And when at the time of payment to the creditors, then creditors account debtor to joint bank account, right? Joint bank account. These are all three entries at the time of goods purchase. These are the three possible entries, right? Then when expenses are incurred, let us say out of the we are paying salaries or wages to the outsiders, then general entry would be a joint venture. Here we are not writing salary account or the wages account or any other expense name. Everything must be a joint venture account, right? Joint venture account debtor to joint bank account. Let us suppose some of the co-venturer is paying on behalf of joint venture. Then instead of creating the joint bank account, we have to credit that co-venture account, right? If at all. Goods are sold. When the goods are, everything in the business is completed, right? We got some capital inside, and we purchased the goods, and we did some process, and we paid the salaries and wages. Now, when goods are sold, if it's goods are sold for cash, then joint bank account debtor to joint venture. As I said, all incomes For all incomes, joint venture account has to be credited. For all expenses, joint venture account has to be debited. If it all on credit basis, then debtors account in the normal case. Debtors account to debtor to joint venture. Let us say at the time of receipt of the cash from the debtors, then at the time of receipt, general entry would be joint bank account to debtor to debtors account, right? So at the time of goods sold, we can sell the goods for cash, or we can sell the goods on credit basis. If at all credit, then at the time of receipt of the from the debtors, we can say joint bank account to debtors account, right? These are all the relates to sales activity. Then if at all in the business commission is to be paid to the co-venturers, or salary is to be paid to the co-venturers because they are actively participating, right? So for that, general entry would be joint venture account to debtor to co-venturers account. Co-venturers account, right? Let us say at the time of payment, let us say bad debts are there, or we are giving a discount to the for early receipt of the payment from the debtors, then we may give discount, or we may have bad debts. Then at the time of discount allowed to the debtors, generally it would be joint venture account debtor to debtors account, to the extent of debtors account, to the extent of either discount or bad debts. In general cases, for other accounts, we usually write discount allowed account or bad debts account debtor to debtors. But in this case, there is no expense name, we call it all, right? We always use for the expense joint venture account. Discount received from supplier. Let us say from the supplier also, if at all we pay early as per their terms, or let us say they want required immediate funds, they may give some discount. So at the time of receipt of the discount, so creditors account to debtor to joint venture account, right? Creditors account debtor to joint venture account, to the extent of how much? To the extent of discount received. Creditors to be debited and joint venture account is to be credited, right? Then the distribution of profit. Either after that, after all activities, either we may get profit or loss, right? If at all we get a profit, then the joint venture account debtor, joint venture account debtor to co-venturers account. So each and every co-venturers, whatever the profit based on the ratio prescribed, if no prescription, then equally, right? So profit. If at all, let us say there is a loss, then the entry will be reverse. The entry would be like this: co-venturers account debtor to joint venture account, right? Let us say after all the activities, then the each and every individual, that is in co-venturers accounts, are to be settled from the joint bank account, right? By this is the last entry. But after writing this entry, no account should have any balance, right? Then let us say if the co-venturers generally co-venturers have to be received some amount because they have supplied the capital and they did some service, right? They got the profit, right? So joint co-venturers account debtor, co-venturers account debtor to joint bank account. Let us suppose if the co-venturer is owing to the joint venture, then the entry would be reverse to that, right? So these are all the general entries when we maintain separate set of books, right? For that, now we'll I say one problem to the separate set of books, and we do that problem. After that, we separately discuss about the general entries when there are no separate set of books, right? So now let's have one problem. So note down the first problem, that is based on when there are separate set of books are recorded. So problem is Vikrant and Surya Naidu, both are co-venturers, started joint venture, opened a joint bank and does all transactions through joint bank. So that means no transaction is made with cash basis. That's what it's meaning. So Vikrant brought 15 lakhs cash and 4 lakhs machinery, 3 lakhs material. Right? These are the Vikrant capital. So Surya Naidu brought 10 lakhs cash and 9 lakhs material. Right? So material purchased in joint venture. These are all the partners, co-venturers they made. This is made by the joint venture. So joint venture purchased, metal purchased 10 lakhs and machinery purchased 5 lakhs. Right? And the salaries and wages incurred 8 lakhs. These are all the incurs they incurred. Construction activity completed and contract value of 50 lakhs received, right? So profit shared equally. They are saying the problem equally. Otherwise, they can say 2:1 or 1:2 like that. Whatever the ratio they may give, right? Equally they are sharing and accounts are settled. For this, we are supposed to maintain ledger accounts after writing the general entries. Anyhow, already we discussed the general entries. That again separately I am not writing. I tell you for the ledger accounts, right? So whenever we are posting the ledger accounts, I tell you general entries. If at all you are interested, you can write the general entries also, right? So ledger accounts, what are the main ledger accounts we are supposed to maintain? Are the first one is a joint venture account, which is the most important. The second one is a joint bank account, that is also most important, right? Joint venture, joint bank account. All the transactions made by the joint venture. And here in the bottom, I am writing in with a small T-shape account of both co-venturers, right? You are supposed to maintain in the ledger format itself, but I am for the sake of space and time purpose only, I am writing in T-shape. Don't write in the T-shape in the examination, right? Debit and credit. Here it's in debit and credit. Debit and credit, right? So what is this? Joint venture. Joint venture account. This is a joint bank account. This is a Vikrant account. This is a Surya Naidu account. Right? Now, how many accounts we are maintaining? 4 accounts. Joint venture account, joint bank account, and co-venturers. If at all 3 co-venturers are there, 3 accounts are to be maintained, right? Here, in this problem, only 2 co-venturers are there. Let us see the first transaction. Vikrant bought 15 lakhs cash. This is one transaction, business transaction, right? So what is the general entry for this? He brought 15 lakhs and immediately they deposit in the bank. That's what it's meaning, right? So joint bank account debtor to Vikrant account, right? Joint bank account debtor to Vikrant Vikrant account. How much? 15 lakhs, right? Amount is 15 lakhs. And 4 lakhs machinery, 3 lakhs material. Whether it's a machinery or material, there is no difference in as far as the accounting is concerned, right? So directly together they can write 7 lakhs, or separately also we can write, right? So general entry for this is joint venture account data to Vikrant account. Sorry, previously it's an Vikrant account is used to be created with 15 lakhs. Joint bank account data to Vikrant account. No, joint bank account data to Vikrant account and Vikrant account by joint bank account. Right. So machinery and this also they brought joint venture account data to Vikrant account 4 lakhs and 3 lakhs. Together also we can write. Right? Together also we can write. In the Vikrant account by joint venture. It's a joint bank. 4 lakhs and 3 lakhs, right? 7 lakhs. Then Surya Naidu brought 10 lakhs cash and 9 lakhs material, right? So same thing, bank account, joint bank account to Surya Naidu account 10 lakhs. The Surya Naidu account by joint bank account 10 lakhs, right? And material he brought 9 lakhs. So joint venture account data to Surya Naidu account to Surya Naidu account. How much? It's 9 lakhs, right? So in the Surya Naidu by joint venture 9 lakhs, right? So the co-venturers, whatever they brought, we have written, and in the joint venture, they purchased the material with 10 lakhs, machinery 5 lakhs, right? The general would be joint venture account data to joint bank account. So joint venture account data to joint bank account to joint bank account. There are two transactions. One is in 10 lakhs material purchased and 5 lakhs machinery purchased. We are not writing machinery or material like this because everything is in joint venture account only. No separate name is required. So by joint venture account 10 lakhs, right? And by joint venture account 5 lakhs, right? And wages also they paid with 8 lakhs. So joint venture account to joint bank account, how much? It's an 8 lakhs. The joint bank by joint venture account 8 lakhs, right? So all the expenses they incurred, now they got the income, right? The result, ultimate result of the construction activity completed, and they got the result. So income, so 50 lakhs they got. So general entry would be joint bank account data to joint venture account. Joint bank account data to joint venture account. They got 50 lakhs, right? So here by joint venture account 50 lakhs, right? Here there is no salary, no commission to the co-venturers, right? So now one by one we close it. right? All expenses we have recorded, all the receipts and payments, everything we recorded, right? So now let us have a balance on the joint venture. Joint venture account is nothing but P&L account, right? So consolidated P&L account. So credit side 50 lakhs, credit side 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs. So how much is on debit side? Let us add all those debits: 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs, and 8 lakhs. What is in 23 and 42, 46? Is that 46? Lakhs, 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs plus 9 lakhs plus 10 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 8 lakhs. So 39 lakhs are there, right? So 50 lakhs this side also we write, because the credit side is more, we are writing both sides. So 50 lakhs minus 39 lakhs, right? So 11 lakhs is the profit. So profit 11 lakhs. So what is the share? 50% each one. That is an 5.5 lakhs is an each one, right? So what is the general entry for profit distribution? As earlier we discussed, in this case we earn profit, right? So general entry would be joint venture account data to co-ventures account. So joint venture account data to Vikrant account to Surya Naidu account, right? Both are co-ventures. 5 lakhs 50,000, 5 lakhs 50,000. So by writing this, joint venture account is closed, right? So both of them got credit of 5 lakhs 50,000. So joint venture is from joint venture 5 lakhs 50,000 is to be credited to Vikrant account. As well, we have to credit joint Surya Naidu account 5 lakhs 50,000. Right? So next, what remains? The accounts are to be closed. Now we have to balance it. Balance how much is payable to each co-venturer. Once we pay to all co-venturers, automatically joint bank account has to close, right? Because no other payment is pending, no other receivable is pending, right? So what is the balance here? 15 plus 7 plus 5.5 lakhs. Total 27 lakhs 50,000 is payable to 27 lakhs 50,000. 27 lakhs 50,000 is payable to Vikrant. Now let us see the what is the payable to the Surya. 10 lakhs plus 9 lakhs plus 5.5 lakhs. Total 24 lakhs 50,000, right? 24 lakhs 50,000. 24 lakhs 50,000, right? This is payable to Surya Naidu. So now, what is the general entry for payment of the remaining balances? Surya Naidu account data, Vikrant account data to joint bank account. So Vikrant account data to joint bank account. How much is to be? 27 lakhs 50,000, right? And Surya Naidu account data to joint bank account 24 lakhs 50,000. So joint bank account is to be created with by Vikrant account by Surya Naidu account. Surya Naidu account. How much? It's 27 lakhs 50,000 and 24 lakhs 50,000. Right? So by this all entries are posted. So by this entire joint bank account is to be closed. How much? 75 lakhs. If at all any balance is there in joint bank, that means we made some mistake in any somewhere. 75 lakhs. Right? All of you noted down. Please note down this. And it must be, see, once let us have credit side also. 10 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 8 lakhs plus 27.5 lakhs plus 24.5 lakhs. So it's a 75 lakhs, right? So by this, joint venture account is closed, joint bank account is closed, Vikrant account is closed, Surya Naidu account is closed. That means all accounts are closed because that purpose is also closed. By this, joint venture is closed, right? So now we discuss the problem that based on the when there are separate set of books are maintained. Now we'll discuss the other methods with the general entries and also with the problems. When no separate set of books are maintained, then these are the business transactions. So when all co-insurers are records all business transactions, one variety, that's an A method we can say. When co-insurers records only their business transactions, then we write the general entry, right? These are all the six varieties of business transactions we can discuss. When goods supplied from own purchases, let us say, when co-ventures records all business transactions, then general entry would be joint venture account debtor to purchases account. This is when the goods supplied from own business with the same co-venture. Let us say some other person, some other co-venture, let us say some other co-venturers also brought the purchases into the business. Then in this case, all business transactions, no. So joint venture account to instead of purchase account and to his extent purchase account, to the other co-venturers to co-venturer account, right? The other co-venturer personal account, right? When there are no separate set of books are maintained, then here we don't say joint venture account, it's joint venture with someone, right? So joint venture with A account or B account, right? Whatever in the examination, whatever in the problem they give, with account debtor to purchases account if he supplied from his own purchases. Let us say somebody else also supplied. In this case, we have written to co-venture account, but in this case, no entry because in this case only related to their transactions only they record, right? Next, when the joint venture expenses are paid, if they paid by himself, then joint venture account debtor to bank account, it's paid by bank, or to pay by cash account is to be credited. Let us say somebody else paid, right? If somebody else paid, so then the general entry would be a joint venture account debtor to co-venturer account. As far as this is concerned, joint venture with account debtor to cash or bank account, right? In this case, if it is some expenses are paid by somebody else, no entry is made, right? When the sales are made, if he sales are made by him, or even if the sales are made by others also, right? So then the cash account or bank account debtor, if he receives sales proceeds, cash account or bank account debtor to joint venture account, right? Let us say if somebody else sold, so somebody else has taken the amount, then that person, co-venturer account debtor, this is to the extent of others. This is an own. That means he himself, if he sells, if he receives the amount, then the cash account. If somebody else sold and they receive the amount, then this amount. Total is a joint venture account. In this case, if at all he sold and he receives the amount, then only he writes, otherwise you don't write. So then the general entry would be cash or bank account debtor to joint venture with account. Here with means again we have to fill up that with whatever in the problem they give that name. When the profit is distributed, when the profit is distributed, generally it would be joint venture account debtor to P&L account. This P&L account is to be created with his own profit. With his own profit, he has to credit. P&L account has to be created. So whatever the amounts is payable to other co-venturers, those co-venturers accounts are to be credited co-venturers account, right? In this case, only the amount which is receivable by that particular person is only records. Other co-venturers, they won't record, right? So joint venture with account debtor to P&L account, his own P&L account, but he won't record other co-venturers account, right? Ultimately, when the co-venturers accounts are completely settled, right? When all the accounts are settled, so because he is maintaining all co-venturers account, all co-venturers accounts are to be settled, right? So that means, if let us say some co-venturers are having having trade balance in his account, then they are to be debited, and if somebody else is in a debit balance, he has to be credited, and ultimately if at all he is payable to someone else, he has to pay remaining amount, right? So that means, let us suppose in this case co-venturers are having in trade balances. Now co-venturers account debtor to bank account. That means from his own bank he is paying to the co-venturers. By this, the accounts are closed. So in this case, let us say something is receivable by this co-venturer or payable by this co-venturer. So only one thing, that is that remains in the joint venture with so and so account. So it's nothing but a personal account, right? This joint venture with some other co-venturers account is nothing but a personal account. This is to be closed by transferring or by paying, right? By receiving or by paying. Let us suppose if he is receivable, then bank account related to joint venture with so and so. Let us say if he is payable to someone else, then joint venture with account data to bank account, right? So by this, let's say these are all the general entries are which are required in these both sub methods under the main method of when there are no separate set of books are maintained, right? To this extent, we do and two separate problems for two methods, right? Now let us discuss about those. So this is the problem for second category when there are no separate set of books are maintained. In second category, again A, when all transactions are recorded by all co-venturers, right? So problem number 2 is an Vikrant and Surya Naidu started a joint venture to construct a building as a previous problem. Both of them decided to record business transactions in both the books. That means all transactions are to be recorded in all books. Vikrant brought machinery 4 lakhs and material 3 lakhs. Right? Surya Naidu brought material of 9 lakhs. These are all from their own businesses. Right? From already businesses running, from that business they brought. Material purchased for joint venture by Surya Naidu. This is only specifically for that they purchased 10 lakhs. Vikrant also purchased machinery 5 lakhs and salaries 8 lakhs he paid. Construction completed. Sale proceed issued by the Surya Naidu and profit shared equally and accounts are settled. Right? This is very simple. So now we are supposed to maintain journal entries in both the books, right? In the books of Vikrant and in the books of Surya Naidu, and ledger accounts in both the books, right? So main ledger accounts related to this are specifically to the joint venture are joint venture account and Surya Naidu account in the books of Vikrant. As well in the books of Surya Naidu, joint venture and Vikrant account are required. Personal accounts are required, right? So let us maintain personal account of Vikrant account in the books of Surya Naidu. Vikrant account, credit and debit, right? I hope all of you noted down this problem. Now let us see. I tell you the business journal entry, you separately note down, and I prepare ledger account directly. Vikrant brought machinery of 4 lakhs, right? So 4 lakhs of his own machinery brought into the business, right? So journal entry for this is in the books of Vikrant. Joint venture account to machinery account. Machinery account is crediting. Here in this case, we are writing machinery and material because we are not maintaining separate for joint venture, right? We are maintaining our own accounts. So joint venture account are to machinery account. How much he brought? Machinery 4 lakhs, right? 4 lakhs machinery he brought into the business, and as well he brought material also, right? So 2 purchases. Out of his own purchases, he is sparing the 3 lakhs worth of goods sending to the joint venture, right? So in this case, there are no activity to the Surya Naidu, right? But in the Surya Naidu books, as we said, even though he is not done any activity, business transaction, but other co-venture transaction also he is supposed to write, right? So in this case, what he has to write? Joint venture account data to don't write as in machinery and purchase because he is not giving from his own business, right? So he has to write general entry here between joint venture account data to Vikrant account, to joint venture account data to Vikrant account. Vikrant account. How much? 4 lakhs machinery and Vikrant account 3 lakhs material. Right? In the Vikrant account, we have to credit by joint venture account 4 and 3 7 lakhs I write. Right? 7 lakhs. So next what happened? Surya Naidu brought material of 9 lakhs. His own Surya Naidu material he brought. So first in the books of Surya Naidu, joint venture account are to material, right? This is a material. That is nothing but purchases. To purchases. Purchases account 9 lakhs. Right? 9 lakhs. So in the books of Vikrant, he is also supposed to write that transaction. So joint venture account data to Surya Naidu account. To Surya Naidu account 9 lakhs. In the Surya Naidu account by joint venture account 9 lakhs. Right? Because this paired amount for material purchase for joint venture by Surya Naidu. Surya Naidu himself is purchasing from his own pocket, either from by giving cash or check. He is purchasing for the joint venture 10 lakhs worth, right? So in the books of Surya Naidu, because Surya Naidu is doing, right? In the books of Surya Naidu, joint venture account debtor to bank account, right? To bank account. He spent that amount, 10 lakhs. Here I am not writing purchases. Remember, it's not purchases, right? Directly is paying cash. What purpose? It's purpose for the joint venture purpose, right? So in the books of Vikrant also, we have to write joint venture account to Surya Naidu. Surya Naidu 10 lakhs. In the Surya Naidu account, by joint venture account 10 lakhs, right? Vikrant paid machinery for machinery 5 lakhs and salary 8 lakhs, right? So in the books of Vikrant, joint venture account debtor to how much total, how much he paid, total amount together 13 lakhs we can write, or individual also we can write to know the information, right? To bank account, total 13 lakhs he paid towards salaries and machinery, right? So in the books of Surya Naidu also he is supposed to record, because those are the expenses incurred towards joint venture, right? So in the joint venture to Vikrant account 13 lakhs. General entry is an joint venture account debtor to Vikrant account. And the Vikrant account by joint venture account 13 lakhs. Right? So all the expenses are completed. Now the amount received, sale proceeds received by Surya, right? So in the books of Surya, bank account debtor to joint venture. Towards joint venture he received, right? So bank account debtor to joint venture account. Bank account we are not maintaining because those are regular accounts. So in the joint venture by bank account 50 lakhs he received, right? Because it's a joint venture related, so he is also supposed to record. So he records Surya Naidu account debtor to joint venture account. Surya Naidu account debtor to joint venture account 50 lakhs, right? In the joint venture by Surya Naidu account. How much? 50 lakhs. See here, by observing this, see, Joint venture in the books of Vikrant or joint venture in the books of Surya Naidu, both are the same. 4 lakhs debit, 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 13 lakhs. Credit side 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Right? But whereas individual personal accounts, Surya Naidu account is debited something and credited something. But whereas here the Vikrant account is also different. So personal accounts are different, but joint venture remain same in the books. Right? So once we let us find out whether it's a profit or loss. 50 lakhs credit side, 50 lakhs credit side. So this let us total this. How much? 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs plus 9 lakhs plus 10 lakhs plus 13 lakhs. Total 39 lakhs. 39 lakhs. So 11 lakhs is in profit, right? So they are sharing equally. That comes 5 lakhs 50,000 each one, right? So generally to distribute the profit is joint venture account data to P&L account to the extent of Vikrant account and to the Surya Naidu account to the extent of whatever Surya Naidu is supposed to take. So to Surya Naidu account is 5 lakhs 50,000 and to P&L account to his own extent 5 lakh 50,000. So by this account is closed joint venture. So Surya Naidu account is to be created with joint venture account 5 lakhs 50,000. So whatever we have written as P&L account, general regular P&L accounts, we have to go and we have to write joint venture account. We have to create with 5 lakhs 50,000. Right? So in the similarly, we have to write here the profit is same because each and every value is same in the both the books. As far as the joint venture account is concerned, 5 lakh 50,000 is to Vikrant and 5 lakhs 50,000 is to P&L account, right? To Vikrant account 5 lakh to P&L account. P&L account is in 5 lakhs 50,000, right? So in the Vikrant account, by joint venture account is how much? 5 lakhs 50,000. Right? Now, in the books of Vikrant, we are supposed to pay the balance amount to the Vikrant. Right? So, what is the amount here? See, 50 lakhs he received. Surya Naidu received total 50 lakhs, right? He is supposed to get how much? 9 lakhs plus 10 lakhs plus 5.5 lakhs. Total 24 point. Out of 50 lakhs, Surya Naidu is supposed to get 24 lakhs 50,000, right? So total remaining is 25 lakhs 50,000. 25 lakhs 50,000 we are supposed to give it to the Surya Naidu. So general entry for that is we are supposed to receive from the Surya Naidu, right? Because Surya Naidu received more amount. Okay, he is having a debit balance, so we are supposed to receive from the Surya Naidu. For receiving the general entry, bank account data to Surya Naidu. So in the bank account, we have to post as in Surya Naidu 25 lakhs 50,000. The Surya Naidu account by bank account 25 lakhs 50,000, right? See here in this case, In this case, see, in the books of Surya Naidu, Vikrant, see here, 7 lakhs plus 13 lakhs plus 5.5 lakhs. Total 25 lakhs 50,000 is having credit balance. 25 lakhs 50,000 is having credit balance. That means we are supposed to pay. That means Surya Naidu is supposed to pay 25 lakhs 50,000 to the Vikrant, right? So now Surya Naidu paid. Then general entry would be an Vikrant account data to bank account. To bank account. How much? 25 lakhs 50,000. 25 lakhs 50,000, right? So by observing this, see, joint venture and Surya Naidu, there is another co-venture personal account maintained in the books of Vikrant. In the books of Surya Naidu, he also maintained the joint venture and also other co-venture personal account. Ultimately, after distributing the profit, so whatever is payable by the Vikrant or receivable by the Vikrant is equivalently receivable or payable by the other co-venture, right? So there, co-venture is Vikrant is receivable with 25 lakhs 50,000. Obviously, Surya Naidu is payable with 25 lakhs 50,000, right? So by this, the first method of when the all transactions are recorded and all the books are completed, right? Now we'll discuss on the second method. So now let us do the second variety, third problem. That is in second B. When the co-venturers records their own transactions only. Then the please note down the problem number 3. In the problem number 3, Vikrant and Surya Naidu started business with to construct the building. Both of them decided to record their own transactions only. Previously, they wanted to record all the records. Vikrant brought machinery 4 lakhs and metal 3 lakhs as per the previous problem. Surya Naidu also brought 9 lakhs. Metal purchase were co-venture Surya Naidu by 10 lakhs. Vikrantu purchased 5 lakhs and paid salary 8 lakhs. Construction completed and sale proceeds received by the Surya Naidu 50 lakhs. Profit shared equally and accounts settled, right? So previously we used to maintain a joint venture account both in the when the separate set of books are there and no separate set of books, but when all transactions are recorded by all the co-venturers. But in this case, because each co-venturer is recording their own transactions only, right? So that's the reason we cannot prepare joint venture account. That means we cannot find out the profit, how much we earn by recording our own transactions, right? So that's the reason we only maintain, let us suppose in the books of Vikrant, joint venture with Surya Naidu account. This is not a nominal account as joint venture account. In this, all expenses and all incomes are not recording. Only to the extent of we spent or we earned, we got from the joint venture only we are recording. That is nothing but a personal account. In the books of only one account we maintain for the joint venture. In the books of Surya Naidu, here also same. Joint venture with Vikrant account we maintain. This is also only the transactions records related to Vikrant only. Related to Surya Naidu only. This is also not a nominal account. This is not in to find out the profit. This is a personal account. In these both of them accounts, only single account is maintained for the purpose of joint venture, and one more separate accounts, not in the by following the debit and credit principle. It is separate, nothing but working notes, we can say. Separate statement we prepare. Even though we are writing debits and credits, we are posting debits and credits, but this won't follow in any one of books. In his books directly we cannot prepare this account as a ledger account, right? This is a statement. Remember, this is a statement. We are not following debits and credit double entry system principle to prepare this memorandum of joint venture account at all. This is only we are recording like to consolidate and to find out the profit from this business, right? To prepare this memorandum of joint venture account, we take the records from the Surya Naidu, from the and Vikrant, right? From both of them the accounts, from the joint venture with Surya Naidu and joint venture with Vikrant accounts. These two accounts we take, and from these two we note down this and we prepare separately, and we find out the profit and we distribute them. We inform them that this is the profit, right? So by knowing this profit, again they write a journal entry, right? So now let us record these transactions. So Vikrant brought machinery 4 lakhs and materialism 3 lakhs, right? In the books of Vikrant, he writes joint venture with Surya Naidu account debtor 2 machinery, right? Machinery account he credits within 4 lakhs and he debits with joint venture with Surya Naidu. 2 purchases account to the extent of material he used for he sent for joint venture rupees 3 lakhs, right? So no entries in the books of Surya Naidu, remember, because he records his own transactions. Surya Naidu brought 9 lakhs. So in the books of Surya Naidu only we record. We don't record in the books of Vikrant. So in the books of Surya Naidu, joint venture with Vikrant account debtor 2, because he is pairing his own materials, that is from purchases. Purchase account is to be credited with 9 lakhs. And joint venture with Vikrant account is to be debited with 9 lakhs. Generally it would be joint venture with Vikrant account debtor 2 purchases account was pairing material. Material purchased for joint venture by Surya Naidu, but Surya Naidu is separately purchasing for joint venture purpose. So then the joint venture with Surya Naidu account debtor 2 bank account is from paying from bank, or he can pay by cash. So how much? 10 lakhs he purchased, right? No entry in the books of Vikrant at all, right? So Vikrant paid machinery purpose 5 lakhs and salaries 8 lakhs. So in the books of Vikrant, see 2 bank account for machinery is an machinery 5 lakhs, 2 bank account salaries and wages within bracket with salaries and wages account is not to be credited at all. Bank account only credit, right? Construction completed, sale proceeds received by Surya Naidu. So Surya Naidu received the cash. Then the general entry would be, there no general entries in no records in the Vikrant, only records in the Surya Naidu. So he records saying that bank account debtor to joint venture with Vikrant account. So by bank account, because he received the cash 50 lakhs, right? By writing this, all transactions in the problem are completed, right? Now to find out the profit, what we have to do? We have to prepare separately memorandum of joint venture account. So not in the any one of the books, it is separate, right? So paid by Vikrant. What he paid? 2 machinery 4 lakhs he paid. 2 purchases 3 lakhs, right? For this machinery again he purchased for this purpose, so 5 lakhs machinery, and salaries and wages 8 lakhs, right? This is what are paid by the Vikrant. So paid by Surya Naidu. Like this, how many co-venturers are there? Those many total payments we are supposed to write. So here he supplied the material to material 9 lakhs, and bank account, that is into for the purpose of again materials to material 10 lakhs. These are the expenses we incur for the purpose of joint venture, and income we received is 50 lakhs, right? So received by Surya Naidu by sale proceeds. Here I am not saying debit and credit entry because we are not following double entry system to prepare this memorandum of joint venture. Right? So now let us find out the either profit or loss. Right? So 50 lakhs is an income. See the expenses, total expenses 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 8 lakhs plus 9 lakhs plus 10.8 lakhs. Total how much? These are 10 lakhs, not 10.8, right? 10 lakhs. Total 39 lakhs. Total 39 lakhs. Our expenses 11 lakhs are remaining surplus, that is in profit. This profit is shared equally, right? So to Vikrant 5,50,000, to Surya Naidu 5,50,000, right? By that 50 lakhs. So that memorandum of joint venture account is closed. These profits they are supposed to note down, right? They are supposed to enter in their own transactions. What are the own transactions here? Vikrant, in the books of Vikrant, he is supposed to record 5,50,000 profit, right? The general entry would for the profit record is an P&L account. General entry for profit is an joint venture with Surya Naidu account data to P&L account, right? So joint venture with Surya Naidu account data to P&L account to the extent of his own profit. He is not recording the others, that is a Surya Naidu profit. In the books of Surya Naidu, he records his own profit. Joint venture with Vikrant account data to P&L account, right? 5,50,000, right? So now let us close each and every. It is nothing but a personal account. These personal account are to be closed. After closing these personal account, amount has to receive from one person to other person, right? So here the joint venture, see how many total, what is the number total of this? 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 8 lakhs plus 5.5 lakhs. Total 25 lakhs 50,000. 25 lakhs 50,000 is having debit balance. Joint venture with Surya Naidu account is having 25 lakhs 50,000 debit balance. That means receivable by the Vikrant, right? So he is receivable. So once it is settled, he has to receive from the Surya Naidu. So let us suppose he is received, right? Then bank account data to joint venture with Surya Naidu. So by bank account 25 lakhs 50,000. 25 lakhs 50,000, right? So in the books of Surya Naidu, he also has to close the accounts. 50 lakhs is in credit balance, right? 50 lakhs is in credit balance. Minus how many are 24.5. 24.5 lakhs are debits. So 25 lakhs 50,000 is supposed to pay to whom? To other co-venturers, right? So that is joint venture with Vikrant. So Vikrant, to Vikrant he is supposed to pay, right? So when we paid joint venture with Vikrant account data to bank account, to bank account 25 lakhs 50,000. So by this account is closed. Remember, these two are personal accounts, right? So this is a nominal account, but it's no, we don't follow it. We cannot call it an account, but it looks like an account, right? So to find out the profit, we prepare this memorandum of joint venture account, right? So I think you have understood the three methods. Actually, basically two methods, but in the second method we have two varieties of this. That is in 2A is in all the co-venture records all transactions. In the B, when the only co-venture records their own transactions. For this we did total 3 problems, for each one variety one problem, right? So by this joint venture accounts are completed basic level, right? So thereafter I also post complicated problems in future, right? So I once again request all of you, please like and share and subscribe my YouTube channel Venkat Manikya.